Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I'm going to make something absolutely simple. And I just realized that I still have mascara underneath my eye from my swim lessons. I have waterproof mascara, but it still comes off. Even though it's waterproof, it still comes off. So, there it is. I have 2 pounds of chicken. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. You're gonna wanna try this. It's so simple. It is almost not a recipe, it's so simple. But it is chicken, 2 pounds of chicken, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I am in the process of melting my butter, and I want to mix it with the chicken and get the chicken started to cook. And I'm going to put half of my spices on the chicken, and then I'm going to add my zucchini and put the other half of the spices on the zucchini. So simple. It's all skillet, 1 pot meal, 1 pan meal. How do you refer to it? I want to know. Do you say 1 pot or 1 pan? Tell me in the comments. 1 pot or 1 pan. And now I have this butter melting. If you don't have butter, you can use olive oil, you can use coconut oil, you can use avocado oil. This in particular, I'm choosing the butter for the flavor because I want that flavor for this dish. Now this is so simple, and you could really use it with whatever protein you want. And our zucchini is gonna add where it's almost like a, kind of but not. Au gratin, potatoes, that's what the zucchini are kind of like, but I'm not, it's just zucchini and chicken, like that's it, there's nothing else in here. So I'm not sure that that's a great comparison, but they're cut in little slices. Maybe that's how it's compared. Is they're chopped similarly. All right, so the chicken is starting to cook. I do have my other spatula. If you were wondering why I was only using 1, I am now using 2, more just because I just have 1 thing to push around at the moment while it melts. All right, now it is almost all the way melted, and I am going to add my half of my spices now and half of my spices after I add the zucchini. And I'm adding the zucchini soon, but not until some of my chicken is already cooked, because I don't want it to end up being that the zucchini is like squishy and soft and falling apart and my chicken is still not cooked. So to this, I am adding a half a teaspoon of pink salt. Half a teaspoon of pink salt. Now, pink salt will be the one that all of it, you could add more to taste if you'd like. So this is always add to taste after. I often add more pink salt. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And then a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. It is very hot today. I can't remember if it was 101 or 102, which was the 102 was the high, Kylie said. I don't know if we got there or not yet, but tomorrow's supposed to be 104 here. And I think the real feel, the index was like 116 today. We were in the pool, thankfully. Well, actually, Kylie sat out. I don't know how she did that, but she sat out at the pool a lot. I taught swim lessons 3 hours today, and that really helped because the water was refreshing compared to the air. Stay cool wherever you are. I think I got burnt a little bit today too. But stay cool wherever you are. Stay hydrated. Electrolytes. Tell me how you are handling this. For our 4th of July weekend, it is also supposed to be really hot. And so I still am going to walk early morning tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, but that'll really help because this won't be so hot in the early morning. This morning it was, when I walked, it was 89. It was really hot. It was good in the shade though. All right. This is getting closer, so we're not quite there. While you are letting this cook, this is a great time to chop your zucchini. I have it ready to go for you so that we don't have to do that. But that is a great time for you to do it. And then it's even less prep. All you have to do is cut the chicken into cubes prior to starting to cook it with 2 pounds of chicken to 2 tablespoons of butter. It's pretty much a pound to a tablespoon. And then I already cut my 3 zucchinis. And this was a really big one, and this was a tiny one. But they were, so 3 zucchinis, and I cut them in this size of slices. So they are ready to go and saute in the butter and the garlic and the pink salt. Those flavors, the combinations, butter, garlic, and pink salt, are my favorite. Apart from like some added onion. All right, which is, you could add, that would be an optional add. After we've got this, tell me where you're watching from, thumbs up, heart, share this video. I do want to know what you, I always add, of course, cayenne pepper to my portion, and my husband does too. And that is a great add. I gave Kyla 2 options today. She chose chicken and zucchini. No, I chose chicken because we already had the other proteins that we had bought. But she chose the zucchini, and I gave her 2 options for the recipes, and this is the one that she chose. So what I've found, I would love to know, do you have kids or grandkids, and how old are they? Tell me in the comments. My shoulder feels tight. I think I've been working with in these swim lessons, not doing a whole lot, but okay. I was like, oh, I'm feeling that. Tell me if you have kids, how old are they? Or if you have grandkids, how old are they? One thing I have found from eating this way for the last 10 years, and when we started eating this way, my kids were 6 months old and 2 years old. And what I found, and what we've adapted and adjusted to over time, and it's looked a little bit different as they've aged, is the more I give them choice around, and they switch off who gets to choose, but the more that they have choice around the protein and the veggies, the easier it is. And sometimes I get a choice too. I don't like that. And they don't like that. Kyla said they don't like that. But when they get to choose, they are more likely to, less likely to complain, and more likely to eat the food that I cook, and often like it, often enjoy the taste of it. Not so much when I choose, because I usually choose the things that they don't choose, because I want to make sure that we eat those things too. So I like those things too. So it's okay because we all get choices. All right, this is almost, it's not quite cooked yet, but it's enough that I'm comfortable adding my zucchini and letting my zucchini start to saute. So I'm just going to dump it in and then start to mix it with my chicken, and then I'm going to add the rest of the seasoning, and then I'm just going to cook it. Saute it, so like 15 minutes after I get it mixed and in the mix and with the seasoning on it. So now we're just going to add the other half of the seasoning. So we're going to add another half of pink salt. Again, I'm probably going to add extra pink salt to my individual portion. Another half a teaspoon of garlic powder. You can use, if you're using minced garlic, you'll use a half a tablespoon each time. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. So I'm just not gonna, I'm gonna do half of this. And then that is it. It is done. The recipe is over. It's so simple. So I'm gonna mix it. I'm going to occasionally stir it. The zucchini is watery, so it helps keep it while it's sauteing. Helps keep everything from like burning or sticking. And there was, of course, butter and the chicken. All right. So I'll show you what it looks like. And then now it's just cooking it till the chicken is all cooked, and then also until all of the zucchini is the consistency that you like, you appreciate, whether that's more crunchy or more soft. So if you like it more crunchy, make sure that your chicken is almost all the way cooked, or if all the way cooked. All right, there it is. That's it. That is it. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.